everybody, not even 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago today, you're standing in 2 feet of water through this entire park. And we hadn't flooded since the 1960s, so it was a shock for us. But as you can see, we're about to come out of it. There was mud all over here. We pressure washed, the whole team pulled together, and it's just done an incredible job to get us open in less than 3 weeks. About 2.5 weeks we'll be down. But the good news is this Saturday, October 15th, we're going to continue with our Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins. Yeah! We've been getting lots of emails and messages and people worried that we weren't going to be able to do this. And even a week ago, I didn't know if we were going to do this. I met with our entire staff Tuesday, a week ago, and said October 15th is the date we're going to open this park. I didn't believe it at the time, but I didn't let them see that. October 15th was the date, but just 2 or 3 days into it, I knew we were going to make it. Our employees have pulled together, locked arms, got this park back on its feet, cleaned it up. I mean, everybody doing everything. I got people that work in our retail shop, our gift shop, or taking photos. They were out here with pressure washers, washing these decks with rakes, raking up debris. The entire team came together and pulled together to do this. Now what happens is what has always happened every time we've had a disaster. We had a fire. Most of you remember I had a fire in 2006. Fire bad! I couldn't even have written that into the script. We had a fire burn down that whole building back in 2006, and we were down for about 2.5 weeks. Took us about 1.5 years to recover from that and get that building built back. But we've had hurricanes, 9/11, fires, now floods. We've had everything you can. Well, we haven't been swarmed by locusts yet, so I think we still got that plague to come. But no locusts. But every time that we've suffered a crisis here at this park, excuse me, when we've been able to open the doors, it's the Central Florida community that comes pouring in here and saves our business. We're so deeply woven into the fabric of Central Florida and this community. Been here 73 years. We love them, and when we need it the most, we open the doors. They know how to save a business. They come in and they buy goods and services from Gatorland, and that's how you save any business that has faced a disaster and had to close. When they can open the doors, jump in there and help them out, buy their goods and services. And we've got lots of businesses around Central Florida that are facing the same thing that we're facing. So hopefully the community jumps out there and does that. I have no doubt they'll come pouring in here, and we love them, they love us, and we're going to be fine. We'll recover from another one. So here's what we're going to do today. We've got Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins coming on October 15th, this Saturday. We're going to give you a little tour. So we're going to kind of cut you in half.
Oh! No,
right?
not literal. It's fine. It's not a literal cut in half. It's figurative. You'll see. It'll be fine. You'll see. Yes. Yeah. Well, he's been through the procedure a couple of times.
We really should have scripted this.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to cut you in half. And half of you are going to go with Dan right now. We're going to show you what he's and his team has done out here in the pumpkin patch and the graveyard. They've just done a magnificent job. Then we're going to come back and we're going to take a tour of the Monster Museum, which is really great. These guys, when you go through there and you look, it's all done internally. Dan and Ken and Lauren and their team have just done a magnificent job of getting Halloween ready, while the rest of the park has been getting this entire park ready. You're going to see some construction going on. We can't stop. We've got to get the park open, so you'll see a couple of spots where we've got some construction going around the park. Just bear with us, but we got to keep the pedal to the metal here. So we're going to take half of them. It's going to go with Dan right now. The rest of you just enjoy yourselves and this fine music and entertainment here for a couple of minutes. Then he'll come back and grab the second half, and we'll do that. All right?
That was, you feel more dashing
Did
now?
that feel more romantic?
Yeah.
That's what you said, romantic. Right?
And listen, you're gonna want to have all of this confidence and machismo with you when you tour through the Monster Museum later.
I'm not going in there, man.
Oh, it's perfectly safe.
No, I don't know about that.
You're gonna have expert monster hunters guiding you through the museum.
You're guiding
I'm talking about both of us.
You're guiding us through the museum.
Yes. Yeah.
Huh.
You have a guide with you the entire time.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is we're going to go in there and we're going to learn about werewolves, vampires, revenants.
Everything that's
curses.
spooky as a child and scared me.
There's only one problem.
What?
Well, so there's an entity that haunts this swamp.
Yes.
Called Swamp Ghost.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, so there was
He's my
a
pal.
storm recently, and Swamp Ghost occupied the Monster Museum, and he may have brought a few of the exhibits to life.
Wait, he brought a few friends with him?
No, a couple of the exhibits are now alive and animated and roaming about. But we're going to handle that.
Okay.
So there's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now what's up with that spooky graveyard down yonder?
Well, spoiler alert, but perhaps we'll go over and have a look as a group. There's safety in numbers.
Safety in numbers.
Yes, so we'll
But
all go
graveyards
together.
aren't very safe.
Graveyards are perfectly safe. It's the living you usually have to worry about.
Okay.
Unless you're dealing with reanimated corpses or zombies or revenants or wraiths or ghost banshees, other night creatures. But aside from that, graveyards are perfectly safe.
Listen, man, all I know is swamps, gators, and Gatorland. So, I hope y'all got this.
We got this.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. We'll deal with the monsters and the night creatures.
Yep.
And you keep everyone safe from the carnivorous beasts in the world.
I can do that.
All right.
I got
a
them
deal.
feeding them
Here,
already.
punch my fist. There you go. Like that, like your kids do today. Well done. Yes. Right.
Something like that. Bye, Rhonda. Okay.
All right, we got this.
I think we got this.
All right, very good.
Okay.
When do we want to? So as you can see, this is where we'll have some cute encounters with various animals in the park. There's also some lovely scarecrows milling about. It's called standing vigilant. Just keeping guard, making sure there's no lightning and thunder, please. There we go. All right, really fast. Eye of the storm. Go.
Wait, eye of storm, it's
Eye
called.
of the storm. That's what's that?
When an eye of a
It
storm
just
comes over,
sounds
it's called.
dramatic. This way, please.
Come on, man.
Hey.
Hi, you're just in time. I actually need some help. I lost the skunk ape.
You lost what?
Yeah.
Oh, Skunk Ape! There he is. Hide and seek champion Skunk Ape. What are you? What's your costume this year? What are you?
He's like a vampire.
Oh, he's not a
sorry,
vampire.
no,
What
not
are
a
you?
vampire.
Little Red Riding Hood? Oh,
No,
Super Skunk Ape. Oh, that's nice. I like. Oh, you look very heroic. Very good. Well done. Yes. So, Skunk Ape is here because what are you doing here, Skunk Ape? Actually. Oh, he and his friends have taken over the train ride and they've turned it to the Cryptid Express. So, guests will be able to ride the train and what? Oh, they're going to get to look for Jersey Devil, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, Chupacabra, oh, and all of his cryptid friends. So what you want to do is ride the train, have your phones ready, see if you can capture a picture of them, and then if you can show us that you've managed to capture a photo of all of the cryptids, you get one of these Cryptid Keeper certificates. So yeah, that's very good. And this is our cryptozoologist here.
Hi there.
Yeah, so it's her job to kind of keep an eye on him and wrangle him. And since you lost him in the first 5 minutes, that doesn't bode well. So anything can happen, I'm
Looks like
sure. Yes. Very good. And who do you have here?
Oh, this is Dora. She's a little ball python. She's one of the cute little critters that you guys can handle and pet when you come visit Gatorland.
Nice.
Very mellow, very sweet. And she likes to make new friends.
Just like Skunk Ape.
Yes, just like Skunk Ape.
Very good. All right, Skunk Ape. So you can go back to hiding if you like. It's his favorite pastime. Go on, go hide, Skunk Ape. Go find. There we go. All right, he's so good at this. So the truth is, now time out. To be fair, he's much better at this in the Everglades. Just so you know. And when he's not wearing a super bright superhero cape, right? Where's Skunk Ape? Just everyone do that. Help out. Just where's Skunk Ape? Oh, there he is! Yay! You're so good at that. Well done, Skunk Ape. Well done. All right, this way. I'm here. our lovely, friendly widows. Good evening, ladies. Yes. So, most of the tombstones you see here belong to their ex-husbands. So they're always on the prowl for new exes. So if there's any takers that are over here, they just want to make sure your life insurance policies are up to date. Really the main thing, yes. They're also on most dating apps too, so you can find them there. Just be warned, when they swipe left, it's usually with a sharp object. Looking lovely. To die for, very nice.
Make sure you make the focus card.
Swamp Ghosts Monster Museum. This way, please. As I've explained earlier, I am Sir Daniel Wolfsbane, world's foremost hunter of monsters. Should there be a monster emergency, we have pitchforks and torches stationed out here. Feel free to use those this way. My office. Pretty nice, huh? Come on in, everyone. Gather around. So this is where the black magic happens. This is where we train to become monster hunters. So that's my job, to teach you to hunt monsters. Keep this in mind. To you, your children are precious, but to monsters, they are delicious. So we have to teach you to defend your family against night creatures. A monster's greatest weapon is fear, and therefore yours must be courage. Actually, that's not true. They also have razor sharp teeth and fangs and big whopping tails. So you're gonna need more than courage. You're gonna need some knowledge and probably some weapons. We'll deal with that later. But if you train hard, you too could become Monster Hunter of the Month, just like me. This way, please. This way, everyone. The first creature we're going to discuss are vampires. Yes. Now, behind you, you'll see a portrait of Bram Stoker, the man who popularized vampires with his novel Dracula. He was inspired by this real-life figure over here, Vlad the Impaler, called such creatively because he would impale his enemies on spikes. The story of Dracula inspired all sorts of movies. First, Nosferatu, a 1939 silent picture, a German impressionistic film, and then countless Dracula movies afterwards. But let's talk about the truth about vampires. Everyone knows that vampires can turn into bats, right? Wrong. Vampires do not inherently turn into bats. They simply feed on the blood of the living. The only one that can turn to a bat is Dracula. He can turn to a bat, vermin, insects, or a wolf. That is because he is also a powerful sorcerer. However, vampires are powerless by day and must sleep in a coffin filled with soil from their homeland. This way. Now, who can tell me how you slay a vampire?
Stake to the heart.
The stake to the heart, very good. But you have to make sure that they're a vampire. You don't just go stabbing people with a wooden stake and go, oh, look, they're dead, they must be a vampire. That's called murder. So how do we detect a vampire? They don't what?
Like garlic.
They don't like garlic. They hate Italian food, yes.
No
They
reflection.
Also, sunlight, they can't go in sunlight, and they don't cast a reflection. Very nice. So, the way we kill them, you can behead them, you can use a wooden stake, holy items could kill them, and UV light. They don't like tanning. They never tan. So before we go further, I need to make sure that none of you are a vampire. Please look in the mirror, see if you cast a reflection. Oh, hey! There we go. Get back! Get back, you foul thing! Back! Not you, Dwayne. You're very nice. I was talking to that over here. This way, please. Next, we'll talk about revenants, homunculuses, and Frankenstein's monster. So, you may not know this, but the original story of Frankenstein was written by Mary Shelley. Her story predates anything Jules Verne wrote, which means she effectively invented the genre of science fiction. Yes. Now, That's the creature over there, right? Everyone calls it Frankenstein, but that is not Frankenstein. Frankenstein is the one who created the creature. And this would be the bride. The bride, however, is kind of a creation of the movies. You see, in the original novel, she was never brought to life. Dr. Frankenstein had a nightmare that if the two got together, they would create a race of superhumans that would take over the world. So he destroyed the bride instead of reanimating her. In turn, the creature killed Dr. Frankenstein's wife. Horrible. This way. How petty. Follow me. We're heading into a strange tomb. Lady Gaga. No, wait. No, that's a sarcophagus. This way. Clearly in a mummy's tomb. So we'll talk a bit about that. Over here. Gather in, everyone. Come closer. So there's some good news when it comes to mummies. You have to go to the mummy to be attacked. So the best rule of thumb is never enter a mummy's tomb. They tend to be cursed and they will come to life and protect themselves. However, they are brittle and they are dry, and fire is often their undoing. So that is one way to take care of the curse. Or just allow them to kill everyone that raided their tomb. That also does it. So that's pretty easy as well. Speaking of curses, follow me. We have a very important curse to discuss. Oh. Back! Get back, I say! Down, boy! Heel! Sit! 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 Stay! Good. This way, come on. Make room here. Gather over here, everyone. We'll make room for everyone. We'll see if we can let it say hello again. Come on. Come here.
I
Come
told
on.
you guys.
Come on. Oh, there we go. Sit. Oh, yeah, use the squeak toy. Sit. Stay. Stay. Well done. Stay. Sit. Heel. Good. Very nice. So, we're at the halfway point of our journey. This is where we talk about werewolves. Cursed half-man, half-beasts that come out during the full moon and feed on the flesh of the innocent. So from this point, it gets really hairy. That's Monster Hunter humor. So there's all sorts of monsters that reside down that hall. We're not going to go down there today, I'm afraid. You'll have to come back during the event.
I hate to tell you, but I think they got loose again.
The what?
Yeah.
Back! Get back! Nope. Stay! Back! Go back to your cages. Go on!
Come on, get.
Do not eat Wayne Bevel. He's a national treasure. Go!
Come on, get.
Back! Back! I have Attractions magazine here. You can't eat them. That's the worst press. That's the worst. Would you deal with that, please? Thank you. Oh my goodness. You all follow me. Nice.